the planet so fast. Things are changing so quickly, so fast on this planet right now that most humans can't keep up with it. As they keep telling me, most humans can't keep up with the increased frequencies of energy that are coming. Now, these energies, and again, you'll hear this message again and again and again because it's important. Your brain learns through repetition, emotionalizing, and visualizing. And you need to understand that because there are beings on this planet that are taking advantage of the simplicity of our learning nature, and they bombard you with messages and ideas that are not good for you. They bombard you with sales pitches that get you to buy their products and services that are slowly killing the health of humanity collectively. So you need to hear the same messages over and over again. We're telling you that deliberately and intentionally so that you know that you are actually getting information that will change your mind. That is the goal, to awaken you to the fact that you are not simply a meat sack carrying around a collection of thoughts and a sack of emotions that you have no authority and control over. That is not the truth. You have absolute control and authority over what your mind will think and what you can feel. You have authority over that. By nature, you are designed to have authority over that. And again, welcome. This is our Friday show. It's primary live Q&A. We are streaming live to Instagram today for our very, very first time. We are not doing a bunch of glitzy, glammy, fiery, trying to make you impressed type of stuff. We're not here about that. We're simply here to provide you with the knowledge and wisdom that can deliberately and intentionally liberate you from subjectivity to this world and those who are controlling it right before your very eyes. And with that, let us just say good morning. Again, remember, this is a brand new day. Every moment is a chance for you to change your life. Every moment, even right now, could be the most powerful moment of your life. We had a woman on last night whose son has passed away, left this physical dimension. And she came on and she said, I'm not been able, they told me that she's not, I said to her, you haven't been able to do anything for a long time now. You've been kind of debilitated by your pain of your loss. And she said, yes. And I said, how would you feel if we could connect you to your son right now, energetically, know that he still exists? And she said, I'd love to do that. So she comes on and we did like a 2-minute exercise. In 2 minutes, she is in these tears of absolute joy. Her son literally energetically appears to her and they share an energy and they just both light right up. And her pain and her mourning is suddenly gone now that she knows unequivocally that her son still is alive, not in the physical sense. Because when you lose your physical body, you lose your physical mechanism for communicating physically, like through sound waves or through touch or through anything that can stimulate the senses. However, when a person leaves the physical dimension, they might lose their physical ability to interact with you, but they do not lose the ability to interact with your energy. Anyway, so she had this wonderful experience with her son last night, and we had another woman who came on last night, and all her fears were gone in just a few moments. The energy allows for profound changes, for you to make profound changes in your life right now. I work with the Ascended Masters. I work with multidimensional beings. I work with the Galactic Council. There's a different energy available to everybody, every day, anytime. It's important you understand that you are not alone in this process of life. So here we are again for another beautiful brand new, our first time on Instagram. No pretty lights, no fancy, $400 Armani, $4,000 Armani suits. We're not about that. We are literally about getting you the information that can liberate you from subjectivity to the conditioning and programming that has been provided for you almost from the moment you were born. The moment your parents could stick you in front of a television set, you were being programmed. The moment you've been put into an educational institute, you were programmed to think, to feel, to believe. Even if you're highly educated, That is, you can say you've gone to university or college and got this degrees and you've studied all this stuff on psychology and philosophy and theology. You got all this knowledge and got your degree. You're still programmed inside a set of parameters that only allows you to work within that set of parameters. You take a look at somebody like Jordan Peterson, who brilliant man, and yet he steps outside the parameters of this programming, and this brilliant orator and intellect steps outside the parameters. And what do? They want to take his license. They want to punish him for stepping outside the parameters of his own organization. He can't even think outside what his own peers want him to think outside of. So we're here. We're not affiliated with any special interest group. We're not affiliated with any other organizations other than God, ascended masters, archangels, angels, those of the light that are here to guide you, assist you, empower you, and uplift you through your own conscious, deliberate, and use of free will. And I mean that. Your will is free unless you give it away to somebody. If you give it away to a TV program or a news program, or even give it away to us, you don't want to do that. You want to execute and utilize your own free will to understand who and what you are exactly. And just who are you? You know, are you the name that was given to that body that's hearing these words right now? That body you were given is yours for the rest of your life. It is the marriage between you and flesh, right? You are in a marriage with your body. Right now, every one of you are in a marriage. Are you in a healthy marriage with your body? Are you in a good marriage with your body? Because you're going to live with that body and you'll leave that body. It's your first friend and your last friend in this physical dimension. It is the one faithful servant that's available to you right now. And how do you treat your faithful servant? Do you give your body love and attention? Do you exercise it? Do you give it good food? How do you treat your best friend? Because you'll wake up in that body every morning. You go to sleep from that body every evening. You'll be in that body all day long. How are you relating to your best friend? How are you listening to it? Anyhow, it's important you have an understanding of who you are and who you're not. So the body is the instrument. Your body is the physical instrument through which you can interact with a physical dimension. Without that body, you cannot interact with this physical dimension in the way your body currently does. Like you can't run up and hug somebody with your astral body. Although if somebody is sensitive enough, they can actually feel you energetically interact with them. And I've borne witness to that. I've watched people whose loved ones have left years ago, and they come and they book a reading with me and they ask to connect to their loved one. And we guide them through a little process, and then the next thing you know, they're literally, you can see them holding this invisible person, but you can clearly see the joy on their face that they're actually interacting with the energy of this loved one. So there are these different dimensions of consciousness, but the most important one for you right now is to learn how to operate this dimension, because there's lots of people on this planet that are operating your mind and your body, whether you know it or not. Our goal is to liberate you from subjectivity to the ideas and the information of other people, so that you can assert your own free will to make decisions about what you will choose to think, what you'll choose not to think, what you'll choose to say, what you'll choose not to say, and to know that you have that choice. A lot of people go to school and they go to university and they get these new ideas and inspiration, and they think they know the truth. Very few people that are educated really know the truth. The ones that do know the truth have understood enough about the sciences of the physical dimension to tell you the truth about the physical world. Chemistry, biology, neuropsychology, physiology. There's things they can tell you about their observations and studies with the physical world, but very, very few of them are going to share with you the knowledge and wisdom of what is causative to your physical world, and that is you. You cause your body to react and respond. You are the operator of this instrument, not its subject. Many of you have the roles reversed and are believing that you are the subject to your body, that the way your body feels and what your mind thinks, that's just the way it is. But no, it's not, folks. You are a soul, a spirit of universal light. That's an acronym, a short form, an abbreviation, spirit of universal life. That is what you are. I like to say, that's what they tell me, but I like to say you're also a spirit of universal love. But you have to exercise that function of love, because there's only two choices of creation, love and fear. So let's get into some of this today. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I have with me a group called The Ascendant. If you've got a question, if you want to send a request to join me live, you can certainly join me live and I'll accept your invitation. And hello, YouTube. Hello, Instagram, for our very, very first time. It is a wonderful, a beautiful, and a joy-filled day. Someone's asking, hi, Avantika and friends is asking, I want to go through liquid fasting for body purification. Can you suggest a good protocol which suits for me? So many of you are reading these things in books, and I'm not saying they're not good. There's wonderful fasting. There's wonderful vegetarian programs, wonderful live food programs, raw food programs. There's lots of programs designed to give some bodies what they need. But what you really need to learn to do is you need to learn to listen to your body. When you give your body something to drink, when you give your body something to eat, what is your body telling you? What is your body telling you? It will never lie to you. That's the beautiful thing about your body, is your body will never lie to you. If something is good for it, it's going to be healthy. If something is not good for it, it's not going to be healthy. The body is a very simple instrument of instinct and sensation. In the last analysis, your body is simply just an instrument of instinct, right? Instinct and information and sensation. Instinct, information, and sensation. And those are the ways that your body has survived for billions of years before you came to inhabit it. And for you specifically, I'm being shown the color yellow. I'm being shown the color yellow. And I'm getting from that lemon for your body. And I'm being specific from what they're telling me about how they're tuning into your energy. So there is lemon, and lemon. I'm not being shown anything else, but lemon is a key component if you're going to do for your body. That's what they're telling me you can do for your body. Your body is unique and distinct in its own chemistry. And that's something unique about everyone's body. There are certain baselines of measurement that science has defined in terms of blood type and blood pressure and bone density and BMI, all this other fascinating stuff, which we're not going to get into all the confusing terms and stuff. It's a waste of time, unless you're going to go down the route of really understanding the finer functionality of your body and how to tune those things. But generally speaking, your body communicates with you in two ways. It communicates through sensation, and those sensations are either a good sensation or a not good sensation. That's communication system number one. Your body will also use the information that you've acquired from this lifetime to communicate to you and tell you, that's not good for me, that's good for me. Like when you wake up in the morning and you get a hangover because you drank too much the night before, your body is telling you that is not good for me. And you hear it, and so many of you ignore it. You ignore the signals of your body. You eat your beautiful McFries, and you are so delighted with the taste of your McFries, not knowing that deep inside your body gets sicker and sicker because of the fats and the things that it was cooked in and how it was produced and packaged. So many of you have become disconnected from what your body is trying to tell you, that you're at a point now where many of you will just will just take painkillers to stop feeling what the body's trying to tell you because you don't want to listen to the pain. And yet your body is your closest and dearest friend. And how do you treat your closest and dearest friend? How have you been taught to teach your closest, dear and friend? Tricks are for kids. Magic Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. You know, all these commercials that get you excited about things that are bad for you. Think about it. How do you treat your best friend? Anyway, that's a really great question. But lemon, strong energy around lemons for you. Again, what different forms of lemon? So there's this stuff that Master Jesus told me about 4 years ago, and my wife and I have been doing this ever since. It's this stuff that we now call Jesus juice. And he said, you take the cleanest, freshest, best grown lemons you can find. And he said, you take 2 or 3 of these lemons and you put them in a blender and you blend them up thoroughly. We use a Vitamix. So we take our 3 or 4 lemons, we drop them in, skins and all, seeds and all, they go in. You put in about 1.5 liters of water and you juice that up thoroughly. And then you just drink that stuff right down. And wow, you want to talk about an energy boost? You want to talk about something that's going to boost your body's energy up? That's pretty amazing. I remember the very first time when he told me that I was cutting the lemons my normal way, getting ready to take the peels off and drop the lemons into the blender. He said, stop. Why are you getting rid of all that beautiful nutrition from these creatures that are giving their life up to you? And I said, what? He said, you need to utilize all of it. You need to utilize the whole lemon. So we've been utilizing the whole lemon when we do juicing. So I would encourage you to consider that suggestion from Master Jesus. Jesus juice is what we call it. It's very fascinating stuff. Got a super chat on YouTube from Amanda. Amanda, good morning, William. I dreamt of running towards a beautiful lightning storm. Would love to know the meaning. That your current path and trajectory is taking you towards the brightest light deep within you. There's a part of you that still views this light as something that's outside of you. But let us assure you that that light that you're moving towards is within you, and you are getting closer to realizing that that light is within you. You are the light. You are love. It's your true nature, and you are beginning to see it brightly before you, and you are moving towards it day by day, thought by thought, action by action, bringing yourself closer to that divinity that is a spark of white light within you. You are the light. And it's funny, those words, Master Jesus talks about, he says, I am the resurrection and the light. Master Buddha calls it being one with everything. And many mystical schools have reported students going into states of enlightenment. Eckhart Tolle is another one, where they come to this profound sense of awareness of being one with all that is. I am the light. I am the way. I am the truth. That is what you are in your essence, every one of you, when you come to that. But there are certain things like Amanda here that you need to do to get to that light within yourself. You need to first start to treat your body with the love and respect that it deserves. Treat it like the best friend that it is. You wake up with it every morning. You are married to that body. In fact, your body is the first marriage you will have, and it is the last marriage you will have in this physical dimension. You took your first breath with it. You'll leave your last breath from it. This instrument that you are in right now, hearing these words through, is the most wonderful friend you could ever hope to have, that will carry you through all of your experiences, even when you do things that harm it, or you don't do things that are good for it. It will still stand by you. It is your one faithful friend that you can count on day and night. So please make sure that when you look in the mirror, you say thank you to that beautiful body in which you find yourself. As you're going through the day, pause once in a while and say, thank you for letting me walk, for letting me talk, for letting me hear, for letting me see, for letting me feel this air, for letting me taste and smell and touch. Thank you for giving me this experience of the physical world. When was the last time you did that for your body? When was the last time you gave your body love, real love, that you gave it good, beautiful electrolytes and food? Okay, I will. They're telling me to get on the Q&A, so we're going to get on the Q&A. Thanks for that question, Amanda. Bogie Mill is asking, will I move to another place this year, please? Again, they're telling me to tell you, why are you hesitant? Do not let your fear inhibit what you have been inhibiting of your own free will for so long. You have been inhibiting your move for several years now. You've been contemplating this. Why are you so slow in moving? You must understand that you need this change in order to experience what it is you have claimed to us that you wish to experience. Many of you call to us and say, I want to know love. I want to be free. I want to be happy. And we say to you, think this, say this, do this, change your consciousness. And many of you do not want to do this. Many of you want to remain in the safety of your discomfort or the safety of your comfort. Either one is insufficient to the design of your natural flow of evolution, which is to be free, to be creative, to be powerful, profound, beyond the definitions of others. Wow, thank you for that question. Good morning, SJK, good to see you. Yes, it's very true. Someone's asking, will I find my soulmate soon, like a boyfriend? Again, who we got here? Hi, Adam. How you doing? You have a boyfriend. You're living in it right now. The body you have right now. You're in a male body. You found your boyfriend. Everybody's saying, where's my love? I want to find the love of my life. You're living in it. Your first love should be between you and your body, and how you honor it and cherish it and respect it. Your first love in this world and your last love of this world will be your physical body. The love of another person, which is what you're asking about actually, is the love of another person. We understand that, but it's equally important that you understand too that in reality, you can only have what you are willing to receive. If you do not love and honor the temple of the divine living God that you are in right now, how could you attract such a one into your life? As you know, birds of a feather flock together, do they not? So you must understand that if you're willing to love, honor, and cherish your sacred temple, then there are those who love, honor, and cherish theirs that you will see and hear and know, but you cannot see what you cannot be. So you must be that which you cannot see to experience that which you wish to experience that you cannot. So you must understand the love that you're seeking first and foremost within you. Engage in that love fully and completely. Engage in that love fully and completely. Thank you for the hearts and thank you for the roses. These are beautiful gestures. Every time you send up a heart or a love or a like or a share or a subscribe, and please do that, share this with other people. You instruct the algorithm that this information is valuable and has use. Our message here is very simple and repeated quite frequently. You are here during a time of profound awakening. This event happens once approximately every 12,000 years. Great civilizations have risen and fallen during these 12 years. There have been very few civilizations over the millions of years that your human forms have existed here. There have been many human civilizations that have lasted far beyond that 12,000 years as they elevated themselves up into consciousness, far beyond what anything you have seen in the last 72,000 years upon this planet. In 72,000 years, most of your civilizations have fallen back to the dust from whence they've come. You need to awaken. You will not get overstimulated here. We will tell you a very simple message again and again. As time is very important in the physical dimension, it is meaningless in the realm of eternity, but time is very important in your function in this physical dimension. As you do have this body lives in time, your physical body lives in and experiences the movement of matter, time, and space, whereas you do not in the same fashion. So yes, you can find that person. You got to start falling in love with the honor, love, and cherish your physical body and bring it to its highest expression of itself. And then you'll meet somebody at that level. So many of you don't treat your body well and you attract partners that don't treat you well. So many of you don't treat your mind well, you attract somebody that doesn't treat you well and you get disappointed. You must treat your body and your mind like holy temples. Really, you must do that. Hi. Remember, if you're on TikTok, oh, wait, hang on. For those of you that are on YouTube, how do I do this? Okay, so I'm going to post a link in the YouTube chat for everybody. So YouTube, if you want to come on and join me and ask a question, you can certainly do that. Those of you on TikTok can send an invite request to me. I'm not sure about Instagram because my very first day going on Instagram, they told me that we were going to do this today, so we're doing it today. And so I posted a link to join my live stream here on StreamYard. And those of you on TikTok can certainly click on the icon on the bottom left of your screen where you see the two people beside each other. Click on that and request to join. I think you have to have a certain number of followers on TikTok to join me live. I'm not sure. We'll find out soon enough. But I'd love to bring somebody on live. If you come on live, if you request to join me, then please have a question, a consideration, or something you want to heal in your life. But one of those three things, bring it with you. Do not waste valuable time, because you are here not to just hear us speak. You are here to gain knowledge, wisdom, and more importantly, experience that you can say of a truth for yourself. This is true, for it is from your own experience that you will know the truth, and only the truth will set you free. And the truth must be of your own direct knowingness and experience. We cannot tell you that you could walk on water. We cannot tell you that you can heal your body with a single thought without giving you an experience to validate that for yourself. Your experience is the greatest teacher you will ever know in this dimension, and do not let anybody else tell you otherwise. So yeah, so that stream key has been posted for everybody on YouTube, and again on TikTok. You can just send me a request to join. Oh, there's somebody requesting to join on TikTok. Let's bring them on now. For TikTok, hi Miss Pendulum, I'm going to bring you on, and I'm going to take off this other microphone. So the sound on TikTok is going to change. Hello, beautiful soul. Can you hear me?
Hello, yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. That's wonderful. Welcome to the program. Thank you for coming on. This is a show about knowledge, wisdom, healing, and self-empowerment. And I want to welcome you. Tell me, what is your question or consider? Tell us your name, first of all, and tell me, what is your question or consideration?
My name is Tiffany, and I have a question for spirit. And I've been a nurse for 25 years and still can't figure this out, but I have terrible menstrual cycles every single month. The hormones, the pain, the migraines, all of it. And my daughter's starting to feel the same way.
Mm-hmm. Well, aside from the things that you consume, I know you've examined some of these things. There are certainly things that are being put in your foods and drinks today that are affecting that. But we're going to put that aside, as we do not want to give you anything other than the truth of your own experience. So you're aware of that discomfort in your body right now. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So are you willing to hit the ground running with us?
Sure.
Okay, wonderful. So if you're sitting down, take a long, slow, deep breath, because once you know you can affect something, you know you can change it. So take a long, slow, deep breath, and when you exhale, give your body permission to relax. Like deliberately allow all the muscles from the top of your head to the tips of your toes to relax with your breath. And do 3 slow, deep breaths like that, with each breath allowing your body, directing your body to relax more fully and completely, so it's open and receptive to you. Because the first thing you need to do is get your body open and receptive so it can respond to you. And then take your attention and then move your attention into the space where your thoughts and your thinking mind is occurring. Where all the thoughts and all the concerns, the emotions are there. Just take a deep breath, like you could breathe into that space. And then as you exhale, give your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, your concerns permission to just gently be still as you exhale. You'll find that when you exhale, it's almost automatic that the body and mind will become quieter and quieter and quieter. Okay. Now move your awareness down into the space of the body where that discomfort is. Just bring your awareness down into the space where that pain and discomfort is. Bring yourself to the point where it's the most uncomfortable. Just bring your awareness to the point where it's the most uncomfortable. And now we're going to ask you to interact with the consciousness there so that you can experience how it experiences you. What I want you to do now is to direct the following thought towards that discomfort. I'm willing to listen to you even if I do not understand you. Just communicate those thoughts to it. I'm willing to listen to you even if I do not understand you, and observe how it reacts or responds. And describe that reaction or response. Okay, just notice that. You can observe the pains lesson. To the part that's still in pain, just say, I promise I will not ignore you anymore, even if I don't understand you. And describe that.
Yep, the pain is gone, but now I want to cry.
Okay, so allow those emotions to come up. Allow those emotions to come up, okay? The part that's crying, feel it and say to the part that's crying, I'm with you, I love you, I will not abandon you. Just communicate that. No matter how it reacts or responds, just communicate that to it. I'm with you, I love you, I will not abandon you. Take a slow, deep breath and just allow whatever you're feeling to be there. Notice how the whole symptomology down there has changed. You can feel that, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so what you're feeling now is the physical body, and you are now interacting with the consciousness in your physical body in a very new and different way. And it's reacting and responding to your interaction with it. Like a child whose mother's coming home to it is responding and saying, oh, mommy. That's the kind of feeling it is, right?
Yes.
Yes. Take a deep breath. It's okay. Take a deep breath. You're perfectly safe. Because you're releasing old energy. There's some things that have happened to you that you still carry in that part of your body, and your daughters pick that energy up from you in a genetic fashion, but that can be corrected too. As you're feeling, as a nurse, you well know that when physical symptoms change, something's happened, correct?
Correct.
So you've just had an interaction with your physical organism, and you're feeling an effect based on your interaction with it. They won't teach you this in nursing school.
No.
But understand this. The same process is true for all of you, that if your body is suffering in some way, that there's something it's trying to tell you that it needs. And 9 out of 10 times, it usually needs the love and attention that it has not gotten and did not get from the conditions under which it existed at one point of time and space. But at this point of time and space, the fact that you are aware of this comfort and this discomfort, and it's responding and reacting to you, you can change what happened then. Now, do you understand?
Yes.
You can feel the difference now. Is that correct?
Yes, there's a big difference.
Wonderful. Now this is but just the beginning. We can give you direction to generate experience so that you come to an understanding, not because we tell you something is true or not, but because you can viscerally come to an experience of your own effective creation upon yourself. All of you. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to be free. All of you. So how's your energy feeling right now?
Much lighter. Much lighter.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for bringing your concern and consideration on. That is just the beginning. If you want to know more, if you want to explore this deeper, I suggest you go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. My guides, my angels, the ascended masters, the ascended that are with us today, they teach individuals through these courses how to heal their minds, how to heal the body. And we read our upcoming masterclass 1 or 2. I highly recommend you take it, because what you're dealing with is not just physiological. It had an emotional cause to it. That's why all that emotion came up.
Yes.
And when all that emotion comes up, what happens is you're literally letting that trapped emotion out of the body. When you release trapped emotion from the body, it begins to heal spontaneously. And that's what you just experienced. Doesn't that make sense to you?
It does. Thank you so much, William.
Oh, you're so very welcome, beautiful soul. Thank you so much for coming on and joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
I will. You too. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Ascended. I really appreciate your guidance, your wisdom and knowledge with people. Anyway, it's a beautiful thing when you see that there are so many of you that are so incredible and beautiful that are suffering needlessly, simply because you don't have the proper knowledge and information to apply to your own mind and your own body to heal yourself. You are by nature a divine healer, each and every one of you. We are simply here to bring that fact to light for you. Not simply to give you a bunch of information, but to give you experience, that you validate the truth of the knowledge that you acquire from us. That your experience can validate the knowledge and truth that you receive from us. That your experience must be the validator of truth, not what we say, not what anyone says. Wow. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing that. So they do healing work in our masterclass series. They do healing work, instruction, education. The Ascended Masters literally channel through me, just like they just did for this one being, this beautiful soul here. And each and every one of you has access to their knowledge and wisdom within you if you learn how to open up those channels inside yourself that allow you to gain access to that information. You're not going to get it from television. You're not going to get it from radio, or you're starting to get more from mass media communication now through the internet, through these free speech modalities like TikTok that allow this kind of information to come to the mass mind. You're not going to get this, and you're not going to hear what you're not going to. She's never heard that in medical school. Nobody taught her in medical school that she could talk or interact with the consciousness of the body and it'll heal. It'll go into a healing response instantaneously. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that wonderful? That you can have an interaction with your body and that interaction can cause healing or disease. Isn't that fascinating? I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So if I receive an invite for you to join, I will bring you on. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Hello from Greece. Wow. The land of dance. I love it. Greece. Am I with my twin flame divine union? How can I heal my inner child? You just watched. Who have we got here? Misty. Hi, Misty. Listen, everyone. Yes, you can heal your inner child. It's not gone anywhere. Most of you got your inner child locked away in a room inside because that's the safest place it could be when you were younger. So many people have gone through such distortion. You've watched radio and television and newspapers for the last 100 years have been training you to believe that humanity is a bunch of buffoons and that you have to be taught and educated to be a happy person. That if you go to school, you go to an educational system, you're going to be a better person, and you can be. Don't get me wrong. But generally speaking, the great healer, the great teacher is within you, all of you. So one of our master classes teaches the practice of mediumship, learning to connect to your guides and your angels, the ones that live all around us. Some of them even live beside us. Energetic, you can connect to and tune into their energy, just like she tuned in the energy of her body. She's the higher self of the body. Anyway, let's go into questions because this is your day. This is Q&A day. Thank you for the roses. I really appreciate that. Remember, I really appreciate your interaction. I appreciate the likes, the shares, the subscribes, not for me, for the people that the algorithm presents this information to. Share this live event. Give it a thumbs up. Do what you can to boost this information and give others the opportunity to come on and experience this. We got somebody else requesting to join. So I don't know if on YouTube you can hear what the person, there we go. Who is this we got coming on here? Accept. So yeah, I don't know. Good, beautiful day. How are you today? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I'm well, thanks. It's 1:43 a.m. here in Australia.
Well, that's wonderful. Can you tell me what your name is and what is your question or consideration?
I've probably got two parts I'd like to ask about. My name's Dean, and one, the developing mediumship is something I would be interested in at a later stage, but I'm really curious as how to work better internally with my diabetes.
Wow, that's a beautiful consideration. Are you open to teaching your body new things?
Absolutely.
Are you open to teaching your mind to be different than the way it's been conditioned by your environment?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Then you're a candidate for your own enlightenment. How's that sound?
I'm 60 years of age. I'm open to anything that makes sense.
Wonderful. Dean, you said your name, right? Dean?
Yeah.
You know, Dean, it's you did you hear the lady that was on just before you?
I did. I heard the nurse and her issues.
Right. So that's just a beginning step. And what you're asking us for right now is to have a beginning step. Is that correct?
Sure.
Okay. Now, aside from your skepticism, which is a good, healthy thing to have on this dimension at this point of time in human collective unconsciousness, are you able to feel your body and how your body actually feels as a whole? Like if I asked you to sense the space your body occupies, can you feel that?
Yeah, I'm good on breathing. I teach breathing techniques.
Okay, good, wonderful. Can you move your awareness to the location in the body where your pancreas is? Can you bring your awareness to that point of time and space?
Yep.
Okay. When you bring your awareness there, what do you sense or feel in that space, in that physical space?
Discomfort, maybe tight.
Okay. So just so everybody's understanding, he's moved his awareness into the area where the pancreas exists in his physical body. Because all of you can do this. You can move your awareness anywhere in your body. So now he's moved his awareness there. Now, Dina, what I want you to do is I want you to feel that tightness and that discomfort. Just become aware of the space that tightness and discomfort occupies around the pancreas. Is it just the pancreas, or is it also around the pancreas?
I think I feel it a lot in the liver too.
Okay, good. So now expand your awareness to follow and find the place in the body where all that discomfort is connected. So now you've gone from the pancreas and now expanded to the liver. Is there anywhere else you can feel it?
No, that feels good. That feels
Okay,
right.
okay, good. So what I want you to do now, gently close your eyes and bring yourself right into the space that the liver and the pancreas occupy. Just feel the space that those two things occupy. Become very aware of their discomfort. Don't try to change it or adjust it. Just become very aware of it. Go to the place where it is the most uncomfortable now. And then take a slow, deep breath and allow the body to relax. By doing this, you're allowing that part of the organ to also relax. Do 2 more breaths where you just allow that part of the body to relax. And then just allow the pancreas and the liver to feel you feeling it. Feel how it feels you. And as you do that, simply communicate to it, I'm here to love you. Just communicate that to it. I'm here to learn to love you. And be aware of any shifts or changes in the energy of those 2 parts of the body and describe that.
Yeah, I just feel the whole pole is swirling, especially around the liver.
Okay, so how does that swelling feel? What's the quality? If you could give it an emotional quality.
It's a swirling, but it's comfortable.
Okay, so allow yourself to receive that swelling and saying, I'm not going to ignore you anymore. I'm going to love you, honor you, and cherish you. Communicate that to it. I'm going to love you, honor you, and cherish you. Even if I don't understand you. And describe how that feeling changes.
Yeah, it's gone through a couple of changes. First, it sort of come up under the rib cage, a bit of pressure, but now it's eased. It's not a painful thing. It's just a movement.
Yes. So what he's describing right now, what you're experiencing, is the body systems that you're interacting with your consciousness, with your awareness, are reacting and responding to the thoughts you're giving them. Do you understand?
Sure.
So you're feeling how the neural energy of your thoughts that we're giving you to give to your pancreas and your liver, and you're feeling the energy in the body reacting and responding to what you're directing into it. And you're becoming sensitive to that now. So get a little closer to the pancreas, the place where the dysfunction of the pancreas is most physical. Move your awareness to that place where you sense or feel it is the most dysfunctional in its function. And gently bring your awareness there. And as you bring your awareness there, simply communicate the thought, I'm sorry for ignoring you. I'm willing to listen. Even if I do not like what I hear. And just observe how it reacts and responds. And describe that.
My inner voice is saying, why did you eat that sugary food?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you. So now your body starts to communicate with you in a language that you can understand. Now you start to build a language between you and your body that you can understand. Because once you can understand the language of your body, you can give it what it really needs. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
But this is just the beginning.
I've never tried to talk to my organs. I've breathed to them and I've breathed colours through them, and it's actually, and I know the mind's powerful, but yeah, I've never thought to talk to them.
Well, it's you.
I've thought about talking to spirits and stuff like that, which is a new awakening, in recent times as well. But yeah, just to actually create a relationship with the organs is.
Not just the organs, but with the whole body. See, most people don't have a very good relationship with their body. They poison it, they drug it, they ignore it, they negate it, they deny it, they feed it bad food, not because they want to, but mostly because they've been trained to do that. So what you're doing now is embarking on a journey of self-love, learning to love the very house you have to live your entire life in. And at 60 years of age is a really good time to start. You've got an edge on this right now. You can feel the difference in the energy now, right?
I do feel the difference in the energy.
How does your body feel overall? Can you feel the difference in your body overall?
I actually usually feel that, the sort of dryness in the skin in my face has softened.
Yes.
And the tension is sort of that I had a little bit of an ache under the rib cage, and that's subsided.
Yep. So just so everybody's aware, what he's describing, the changes in the symptomology of the body, is a natural functional response to the body receiving from him, his body receiving from him, thoughts that are compassionate, kind, accepting, and attentive. And the body reacts and responds because your body is an animal body. All of this gets covered in great detail in especially our upcoming Masterclass 102, which is on liberation, which is liberating yourself from subjectivity to your body and liberating your body from unnecessary suffering. As well, you get introduced to some of the fundamentals of spiritual mediumship and channeling. But that was your first consideration. What's your second?
Well, I've always sort of been spiritually aware, but I teach Qigong and I've taught Tai Chi, for many years as well. And when I teach the Qigong lessons consistently, day after day, I get a lot of spiritual activity. And I'm interested in developing that, and knowing that you have a mediumship program, that's very interesting to me.
Yep, we do have a mediumship program. It's called Masterclass 101 Awakening, but our entire program deals with mediumship and how to connect your guides and angels, because you're not alone on this planet. A lot of people depend upon governments, they depend upon the people they know and the things they understand, but very few people know how to access this infinite potential of information that's all around us. And that's one of the fundamental pillars of our program, is you getting in touch with that source that's within you. We don't want anybody to believe that we are the source of your wisdom, your knowledge, and truth that exists within you. We simply want to point the way to it. But I'm really grateful that you came on with us today. And again, this is just a first step that you get to experience, so that nobody can take your experience from you. Dean, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. I'll follow up.
Yeah, you go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. You can get a full course description there, and look into joining us in our upcoming masterclass.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you in the near future. Thank you.
You're welcome, Dean. Take care.
Bless you.
Bless you too. And so again, we see this common theme in all of you. It's the simplicity that we've been trying to communicate to you, the simplicity that your body is an instrument through which you manifest consciousness. It is not, the body is not who you are. It is the instrument that you utilize in the function of creation in this physical dimension. How you think generates qualities of energy that cause what you can feel in your body. What you put in the body in terms of food, how you interact with it, affects its functionality. There are those who have great advantage over you because they know these things, and they teach you not the things that you need to know. We're here to correct that error even those that have perpetuated such deception upon you have gotten lost in their own deceptions that they cannot free themselves either. So you have found yourself in this perpetual spiral downward of what we would call, from our perspective, insanity. But you are certainly in a position right now to liberate yourself from that unnecessary function of consciousness through an act of your own will and by generating experiences that give you evidence that something else is possible for you other than suffering. Wow. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Got lots of questions coming up here. How can I heal my inner child? Well, if you've been paying attention, come live, join our masterclass, our upcoming masterclass, which I believe begins the April the 6th, runs from April the 6th to April the 26th, a 3-week program. It's called Masterclass 102, Liberation. It's how to liberate yourself from suffering. It's how to liberate yourself from the subjectivity of your mind. It's literally about liberation, restoring yourself to the divine birthright that you are a beautiful soul here in the realm of creation, able to affect change over your thinking mind, your physical body, for the purpose of affecting the execution of your purpose. Because each and every one of you came into this dimension purposefully. You did not come in here by some random chance. You were born with a functional purpose inside your consciousness, and the only thing between you and the function of that purposeness is the illusionary information that you've been given by this world that does not allow you to look upon yourself as you truly are. We are here to correct that. There we go. Anything from my sister Jen. She passed away in October. She was my best friend from birth. Hi there, beautiful soul. Emma. Emma, yes. She wants you to walk with her. I don't know what she's saying. Walk with me in the fields of corn. Walk with me in the fields of corn. Let the life dance around us in shadow and sun. You are my best friend. You are my best friend. Wow. I don't know if she was a poet, but that's what she wanted to communicate to you. I hope you received it the way I felt it. Wow. Adam is asking, do any of my guides have any message for me? If so, please let me know which ones. You know, it's not important sometimes to know who is communicating to you as what is being communicated to you. It's not so much important to know who is communicating to you, but what is being communicated to you. Anyway, the one that's coming through, obviously his name is Hugh, and he wants you to know that, so you heard his name. The important thing you need to know, Adam, is to pursue love's function. To pursue love's function, both internally and externally. You must learn to pursue love's function. Wow. Whatever that means to you, share that in the comment section. If anybody's got a comment about what they're hearing, what they're seeing, what they're experiencing, please don't hesitate to leave it. If you ever had a question answered, you want to support this channel, please leave a tip in my tip jar on the Linktree link on my TikTok bio or on any one of my live videos on my YouTube channel. There's a Linktree link. You can offer a little tip for the tip jar. I like your necklace. Thank you very kindly. Will I get my something I actually just got picked up about a week ago. It's the actual teachings of the masters. Master Jesus taught this, the ascension of your consciousness to God. This is what Master Jesus taught us all. He didn't teach us to be sad and unhappy. No, he taught us to ascend to God. He said, join me in my Father's house, which means you can come into God's house, which means you're part of it, not separate from it. He gave the fundamental and practical steps about meditation, taking care of your body, keeping your mind clear and focused. He taught the way to get into alignment to the divine within you, not within him, because he said the kingdom of God is within you. He said the kingdom of God for you is not in me. The kingdom of God is within you. And he still says that to this day. The kingdom of God is within you. And he gave us a system of philosophy, knowledge, wisdom, and practicality that will allow anybody to join the Creator in his house, whatever you want to define his house as being. It's not a physical house. It's a cathedral of limitless potential of wisdom and knowledge and truth and compassion and kindness, right? Or you can join the opposite side. But that's the true teachings, the elevation of your energy, the divine masculine. Here, I don't know if you can see it, but the divine, the two serpents represent the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together and joining at the highest point in your consciousness so that you elevate your human self to the divine. Thank you so much. Hi, guys. Hi. How are we doing here? Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Remember to share this with others. I would love to request, but I'm in bed. Then why did you see that? I can invite you. Sent you an invitation. You don't have to come on. You can turn your camera off, I believe. I think you got that option on TikTok. Oh, there's somebody else requesting to join. Here we go. Remember, if you're coming to join, it looks like Chrissy wants to join. If you're coming to join, please have a question, a consideration, a concern, or something you want to heal in yourself, right? Because this is an instructional place. This is changing as we go. This is a whole new thing this last week where we're now bringing people on and we're doing healing. Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. How are you, Chrissy?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for accepting that.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you for joining. Tell me, what is your question or consideration or your concern?
So, I started on this path of awakening a few years ago. Last year, at one point, I had this full awakening. I was channeling, I was doing all these things, and then now it's been extremely inconsistent.
Yep.
And I just feel blocked and don't understand it. And I do have physical health issues that I'm dealing with, so I don't know if that's part of it.
Yep. Definitely part of it. So what is it you're actually requesting or asking?
I'm just trying to understand, my path forward in order to have consistent gifts and to feel better, because obviously I think these two are intertwined.
They absolutely are. Your physical health conditions mirror the blockages that have cut those channels off. There's some energetic work you have not done with yourself internal to you. There are things in your physical body that need to be shifted and changed. You've got certain qualities of emotion stored in your body that are preventing you from ascending your consciousness a little higher. These channels are not gone. They're simply just closed off because that door is not open because you're not energetically in alignment with that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the process of your health considerations from our perspective would be your greater consideration today to evaluate what are the emotions that are related to the health condition. If you consider what emotions are related to the health condition and you resolve these energies, it would be like dropping the sandbags off a hot air balloon and you'd be able to rise back up again. Do you understand?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so let us ask you about this health consideration. You do not need to give us specific details about it because you already know what it is, but we do need some general information so that we can guide you properly, because what you will define is where we will go with you. We're not going to take you somewhere you don't want us to go with you. So the vibration of what you call the health conditions, what is the general sense or emotion around these?
Well, chronic fatigue and pain are a major one. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and then unfortunately I have bulged discs in my cervical and my lumbar spine, and I have retrolisthesis in my neck, which is like where it's supposed to curve, it's going backward.
Mm-hmm.
And these are causing me a lot of issues with pain.
Yes, of course. Okay, so this began a long time ago, correct? This did not begin now. This began a long time ago.
Right.
You were very young. And there's some elements from other lifetimes that are being brought forward to my attention. And one of those things is you experienced a hanging in another lifetime, which is connected to the neck. But these energies can be cleared from the system if you're unafraid to engage them. Are you willing to engage them with us?
Yes,
Okay, wonderful. Are you in a seated position?
I am.
Okay, can you just kind of just take a deep breath and give your body permission to relax? And give your body permission to relax, to release, to let go as you exhale. Remember, you have the authority to give your body permission to relax. All of you do. And give your body the permission that you can give it to relax. And with each exhale, you allow the body to relax a little more. By doing this, you're allowing and communicating the body that I'm now coming in to take care of you. You're letting the body know I'm present when you use this breather. So continue to breathe and allow the body to relax. By this process of relaxation, you are opening the consciousness of your body up to you. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay. So sensing all the discomfort, especially in these areas you call the lumbar regions, bring your awareness there. Bring your awareness right to that space. Go to the place where it is the most uncomfortable. Bring your awareness to the place where it's the most uncomfortable. And communicate this thought to that discomfort. No matter how bad you feel, I'm not going to ignore you anymore. And be aware of how it reacts and responds there. And describe that. Take another slow, deep breath. Again, give the body permission to relax. Bring yourself to where the discomfort is the most uncomfortable. And again, say, no matter how uncomfortable you are, I'm willing to love you. And
I'll like tap in and then my mind distracts me. So,
okay.
But I get the sense that it does feel like a sad, abandoned child in a dark corner.
Okay, good. So let yourself be aware of that abandoned child in the small dark corner and just communicate to it. I know you're there. I will not ignore you anymore. Just communicate that to it. I know you're there. I will not ignore you anymore. And then turn your attention to the part of your mind that's questioning and evaluating and trying to get in the way of this. Turn your attention to that part and say, I'm aware that you are there too, and I will not ignore you. Tell that part of mind, I will not ignore you either.
That part's very present. It's like, okay, good, because I just don't think you should do this, and what are you doing? And
yeah, so let yourself feel that. But you can feel that now. Can you feel the difference in the lower back now where the lumbar was? Can you feel the difference?
Yeah, it's weird because I get, it's on my right side. I have pain in my performance and it like wraps around my right hip. It's super, super tight.
Yeah, so feel that tightness. Feel that tightness around the hip. Feel that tightness around the hip. And say the tightness around the hip. Communicate this thought to it. I'm not going to ignore you anymore. I know where you are and I love you, even if I don't understand you.
Dang, it feels like more grief, and I've had so much grief over the last year.
Yeah, I know.
Now another part of me is like, you can't grieve anymore. You're gonna just melt.
Yeah, this isn't about grieving. This is about you getting familiar that the body is able to react and respond to you, and that you can be a medium for your own body to correct and heal itself. We know there's a lot of elements involved in this, but you can feel changes happening as you're interacting, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's most important. It's not about, we've had people that have come and been experienced instantaneous healing, and you've seen smaller examples of that today. But that's the willingness of that individual to be able to allow that process. For each individual, it's unique and distinct. Again, the traumas that you've gone through that need to be liberated from the body are a little bit more meticulous than other individuals, but the process is virtually identical in its function and nature. Just one is a little bit more time consuming than the other. So the consideration you have is to liberate yourself from these discomforts. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I forgot to mention one thing that's really important is that I have mycotoxin toxicity, like from mold.
Yep.
And then I experienced fluoroquinolone antibiotic toxicity a few years ago. So like I just like my intuition says like there's some reason my body's holding on to all these toxins and it's all in there. And like there's got to be some way I can release that.
There is. If I tune into your energy from a again, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just channeling information that's coming through to me. I'm not a diagnostician. I'm not a medical intuitive, but I allow information to come through me. Again, the emotional release. I mean, you've already tapped into the edges of sadness and the beginning of grief. And I know you've had a lot of grief, but you have not released your grief. You keep holding on to it. You feel it and you hold on to it. You suppress it back in. You feel it. You hold on to it. You suppress it back in, which is what a lot of people do. They feel feelings. They're uncomfortable with them. They stuff them back down into the body, and then it continues to compound. And that's what a lot of people do. They continually repress and suppress qualities of feelings and emotion that they don't know how to deal with. So they shove it back down the body, compress it back in. The body carries the functional effects of that emotion. Do you understand what I just said? Yeah. And once you learn how to release, truly release that grief and the sadness, because the grief came after the sadness came long before, and there's a lot of anger in there too that has not been opened up yet. But all that there is stored in the various locations at the bottom as you store emotion very precisely in the body. This is just a beginning. What we wanted to have you experience was that you experience a change in the system so that you know the system does and will respond to the changes that it can with your interaction with it differently than you have been. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, that makes sense.
Again, we do not have the time to go into a full detailed part of the process, but to introduce you to the reality there is other possibilities than the ones that you've been given by your existing environmental conditions, as the environment is simply responding in conjunction with your existing dysfunctions. That's not to say that you yourself are dysfunctional, but the qualities of emotion that have been suppressed into the system cause the experience of unpleasant things in your life, and therefore you will attract conditions that will reinforce it or release it. In this case, you've called us forth, and you can begin to feel that release happening. How's the body feeling overall right now from when you first came on with us?
Not bad. Yeah.
Say that again.
Not bad. It's I'm kind of moving around. I mean, my hip.
What about your hip? Go ahead.
Yeah, my hip is less tight.
Your hip is less tight. Good. What's important is that you discover the evidence that something's changed, not because we say so. You have to functionally experience a change in order for it to be acceptable to you, not to us. Whether you choose to experience healing or not is a free choice of yours. We can guide you down that process. But you can, any change that you can experience in reaction and response to what you were guided to do and the way you executed it, that's what we want you to experience, that something happened as an effect of your interaction with your physiology, with your mind, so that you gain the functional understanding that, something caused the hip to become less tense. As you gain a little bit of experience, you move from knowing a little bit to suddenly understanding. Do you understand?
Yes.
And it's that repeated exposure to the learning process that will let you know that you functionally have greater authority over your body than anybody else on this physical planet. You have greater authority over your body than anyone else on this physical planet once you understand how to articulate that authority properly. Thank you so much for coming on, Chrissy. Really appreciate it. And so we see again, slight changes, and it'll be different from person to person. I've seen it many, many times. Depending upon the degree of allowance, your willingness to experience it and be conscious. Because again, a lot of people don't want to share their grief live online like that. And I'd highly recommend, Chrissy, if you want to book a one-on-one session with me, because you will get so much more out of a one-on-one private session with me than we can allow here, because it wouldn't be fair to have you unravel years, if not lifetimes, of stuff in front of some people without others understanding thoroughly and properly what's actually going on. Please understand that you are not your thoughts, you are not your body, you are not your emotions. You have thoughts, you have a body, you have emotions. They are instruments that you must learn to use effectively in this dimension of creation. So keep that in mind, that we focus more on training and education through your own experience. We are simply providing a platform here where you can acquire some knowledge and understanding that is outside the scope of what you've been able to receive from your physical dimension that you are finding yourself moving through. And you are here today because you're ready to receive that information or knowledge. Now be kind and be gentle and patient with yourself. You may not get big results, and you may get big results if you come and join us here. What's important is you have an experience that lets you know that something different is possible than what you know. Once you know there's something different than what you've known, then you have the possibility of transformation and change in your own hands, not in the hands of any other individual or collective, physical or non-physical, that you yourself are the very power that you're seeking. Wow. I don't know if everybody on Instagram or YouTube are hearing what's being said from the other side, because again, we're going through two different devices and two different camera systems. Okay, there we go. Goodbye. Sorry. I'm just going to clear people up here. Things can get out of hand if I'm not paying attention. There we go. Because there are people here that will take advantage of you. I will not ask you for money. I will never direct message you. Please understand, I will never direct message you for money or cryptocurrency or for readings. I will never direct message you for that. So if anybody reaches out to you saying they're me, it's not. If you reach me on the show, you come on live with me, you go through my website, you book a reading through my website, or you book a reading through, or you book a class or course or website, you can get to me through that mechanism. You can also connect to me by sending me a message, and I will talk to my guides and angels, and we'll define who we connect to and who we don't connect to. But I will not reach out to you personally and directly through a DM. So if somebody's claiming to me offering you readings and asking you for money, that's not me, right? I will request you to donate to my tip jar, to my Linktree link, sign up for our courses, our classes, book a reading with me, but I will not direct message you for money ever at all for any reason. William, did you answer my question by chance? Vertical connection. Mark is a beautiful soul and the ambassador of my artwork, and the thought of him even as admiral. Is there a stellar connection with him? I'm not getting that at all. I don't feel any form of a stellar connection with him. He's very earth-based right now, vertical. His energy is very earth-based right now. That doesn't mean he doesn't have stellar experience from other lifetimes, but right now he's very earth-based, three-dimensional earth-based. Hello, William and crew from Melbourne. Hi, Dean. Gotcha. Got lots of questions here. Thank you for the badges, guys. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to come on live, you're welcome to do that. How are we doing here, time-wise? Should I check that too? Oh, that's wonderful. I'm just moving around here. Got to check some other. So much, William. You're very, very welcome. Right? The work, most of this, understand, I don't know anything. I literally am a spiritual medium. I allow the information of my guides, my angels, the ascended masters to come through me, both here and in our masterclass series and in private readings. You can connect your guides, your angels, ascended masters, those that are here that you're calling forth to give you the instruction, the wisdom, and the guidance and experience that you need to figure out what you're here for. Because you came here for a purpose. Every one of you knows this. Everybody knows they came here for a purpose. Most people just don't know how to find it, right? That's all it is. You just don't know how to find it. Thank you so much. Wendy saying, I hear you on YouTube, love the healing we are experiencing. Oh, I'm so grateful. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy's one of our students. Hi, Karen. How you doing? Yeah, I learn a lot. I learn a lot from these too. I mean, every day is a wonderful, brand new, beautiful day, and this is a brand new moment, right? You have the opportunity to learn everything. I love their concept about this body that you're in is your first love. That you're married, you're already married, you're married to that body you have. And how's your marriage? How are you doing with your marriage? You got a loving, caring, compassionate, kind, respectful relationship with your body? Do you treat it with dignity and respect and care? You're born with this body, you're gonna leave from this body. It's the first one you open your eyes to every morning. It's the last one you see before you close your eyes in the evening. This body that you are in is the most wonderful instrument given to you to experience time and space here in a very unique way. Very nice to have witnessed that experience. Emotional response to improve disbelief. Yes. Experience. They tell me that all the time. They said they told me when they gave us the master classes to teach, they said, it does not matter what we say. We need to create a forum where people can experience, because from experience, people come to knowing. When people come to knowing, then they are truly free by what they know, not what you tell them is true or not true. Only your experience can truly set you free from the chains and shackles of the illusionary ideas that you've been captivated by from these ones here on this world that seek to keep you trapped in their materialism as you are trapped, they are trapped in yours. You have a very interesting dysfunctional symbiosis on this planet. Can I start with the master? Somebody's asking, can we start with the second masterclass? God, yes. Start with the second masterclass. The first masterclass is an primary introduction to mediumship and channeling that carries on in the second masterclass. So it kind of moves over, but there's a whole element of emotional release technique, all kinds of ways of interacting with your mind. I can't even describe it here, but we've got students. If some of our students here, please share your experience with our masterclass 102. But God, please take the 102. You are going to end your needless emotional suffering very rapidly, because you're going to learn certain functional behaviors that you can practice very easily every day. For 3 weeks, you'll practice this. You'll learn how to gain authority over your mind and authority over your body in a simple, practical, gentle, and easy ways, as long as you're willing to follow instructions and carry them out. You'll have an experience. The only reason is to follow the instruction and to carry them out so that you gain an experience, not so that you're following what you're told to follow, so that you gain an experience that lets you know what is true, that you can change emotions, you can change thought, you can change physiology in the simplest and easiest way. It doesn't have to be a very arduous physical regimen, although exercise is very good for your body. Anyway, yes, you can. You can take the 102 masterclass. You can take that right now. It begins April the 6th. I encourage you to go sign up today. Again, if you want to book a reading with me, please go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. You can book a half-hour or 1-hour reading with me. Again, what you're hearing here is just a small sampling of what actually goes on in a reading. Your work is amazing, William. The time you extend with us is truly a gift. Yes, well, the time you extend with us is truly a gift. It's the same thing. You see, you cannot separate the interests of one from the interests of the other, any more than you can separate the disinterests of one from the disinterests of another. You must understand that we are all intimately connected energetically. Rich or poor, evil or good, we all dance this dance of life together. And you can choose how you will dance, and you can choose with whom you will dance, but you cannot choose whether you will dance or not. You just are here to do the dance. Once you come into that body, you're in the dance. That's it. I know I should get my ego in the way. That's beautiful. Hi, SJK. Yeah, I felt really embarrassed along with your callers today. What about release of a foreign substance or an entity? I've had contrast dye in my leg since 1998. It caused drop leg. How do I get that chemical out? I don't know. If I tune in, I'm being told that it's a heavy metal based chemical. I'm being told that it's a heavy metal based chemical. And the only thing that I know from what I've been told that helps pull heavy metals out of the body really effectively and easily is lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, and a product called zeolite, which is, again, a product that will draw heavy metals out of your body. But for you, if I tune into you, that event is not from this lifetime. That chemical is in there because it's connecting to an event you had in another lifetime. You had an event in another lifetime where you were injured, and that injury is carried over as a memory into this lifetime, and you're reliving the injury of that part of the body. Again, if you want to go into great detail and help to liberate that from the body in a different way, book a one-on-one reading with me and experience that. Experience your guides, your angels working with you directly. Heather's asking, should I buy a mobile home or a house? Well, mobility is going to be very important in these next 20 years for a lot of you. Understand this, that you are on an interesting pinnacle of transformation and change on your planetary level, on the level of your collective unconsciousness, which does indeed affect the overall functioning of your physical planet. Your physical planet is affected. Your physical planet is affected by your collective unconsciousness. This in turn causes interactions with other stellar objects in your solar system. And there is an exchange of energy happening from one to the other in reaction and response of one to the other. Your collective energies on this planet are predominantly geared towards fear, anger, judgment, guilt, and shame. These energies reap very specific effects in the confines of time and space, whereas the effects of love and compassion and kindness reap very different effects. When we were requested to come here, and this one welcomed us, we came with the understanding, and he knew full well that we would be providing information, knowledge, and wisdom that would allow your human species to shift your energy collectively from fear to love. What you are seeing now in these days, what you call so many of you call them the end times. We think that's very silly to call these the end times. But what you are actually going through at this time is the revelation of all of your accumulated nonsense, all of your anger, your fear, your guilt, your shame, your authority, your control, your power over one another. You see the accumulative result of all of these things. And so many of you sit in judgment of each other about these things, but you are all responsible in this dimension together. You dance as one, or you shall fall alone. So you must understand that your collective unconsciousness can be shifted from fear to love. And you have a very short timeline in terms of your biology of about 20 years. 20 years and 2 months to be precise, to shift your energy collectively from fear to love. If you can learn to do this individually and ultimately and ideally collectively, you can experience profound change in your civilizations, indeed within each and every one of you. But you've become so drunk with the illusion that sensation is more potent and powerful than your own consciousness is, that many of you are blinded to the simplicity of the truth that we're speaking to you of, that you did not come here to suffer, you came here to create. What you shall do unto others shall be done unto you. Wow, thank you so much. Just scrolling down here. Let's get you over there. Thank you very much. I've just got to keep my eyes open here. Understood. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful and a brand new day. I have a wonderful soul that I need to connect with now. I want to say thank you to the Ascended for being present with us today. Please join me Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays with the various beings that want to communicate wisdom, knowledge, and truth to us and experience. Also, yes, I will. Also consider the going to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and sign up for our 1 or 2 masterclass on liberation, which is letting yourself be liberated from all your old emotional troubles. And please remember to leave a tip in the tip jar if you've been given an answer, you've been inspired in some way and support this channel. Share, like, and subscribe. And I say this because you benefit other people's ability to receive and acquire this information, which comes quite freely for those of you that have been following my channel for the last 4 years. As we've expanded out to Facebook and YouTube, you know full well that much of this knowledge is free to you. We depend exclusively, I depend personally exclusively on the kind support of those of you that come to our master classes or support the channel in whatever way you can. Much love to everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful, joyful day. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you everybody that came on live. And I hope you will join me tomorrow for the meditation portion of our weekly show at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Everybody have yourselves a wonderful, joyful day, and I will look forward to seeing each and every one of you tomorrow. Remember, today is a brand new day, and now is a brand new moment.